Okay, so no math today, like the title says, just art, which means we're making icons for, at the moment we're making an icon for Heka, but the goal is to make icons for a few of these, starting with Heka. So this is, icon option number 1. There's some variants. I was working on this yesterday. I know it's amateurish, but all right, let's see what the variants are. So we can add lines. Let me give you the background, which is the color of the Julia documentation. So I haven't changed at the moment the numbers to have a light dark theme. So there's an outline which is available for kind of light theme, and I think the numbers will change to the same kind of grayish color. Alternatively, we have this black outline, which this would be like kind of the lighter theme, I think. So black outline, black numbers. So that's an option. Alternatively, we don't need any of these numbers, so I kind of want to flatten out some of this. So let's see. I'm gonna turn some of these off. Now. Okay. We'll just merge with there below. Okay, that grouped them all up. Perfect. I don't know what this is. I think it's nothing. Remove it. Okay, so this is kind of one option. Alternatively, we could take away these, and I also made this elliptic curve, which I think is cool. The only downside is that it looks very similar to another kind of well-known computer algebra database logo. So these are kind of some options. The last thing that I think I'm going to do is, before kind of just starting out, is I'm going to duplicate this layer. And then... Okay. I'm going to choose it to have the same color as this. I think there's a couple ways that we can do that. For example, these are all text, and so we can choose color here to be this color. And can do that for each of these. Is that the same color? Okay, I guess it is. Okay. So now for the dark background, these look different, right? Yeah, I think they do. So I wish that is kind of, yeah, it's significantly different. Yep, hey Cha-Cha. I was hoping you'd come up here. Okay, so this is kind of one overlay. What do I think about this one? It's functional, right? I mean, like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. They all look really amateurish, is what I think. But, okay, so here's one, kind of like a light theme one, where you'd kind of see it on this background. And you'd see Heka JL, yeah, so that's an option. And then we've got a dark background, so that. So this is like the dark background with the number line logo. And then we can take off the number line, and there's also this. And so then we've got a light and dark version here. And I think I'll take all of the options and also include this option with no outline for the Heka. So there's... I don't know if I like the no outline, honestly. Like this looks pretty okay. And that looks fine. That also looks fine. Let me remember that these are all the primes that exist. So 2, 3, 5, 7. 2, 3, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Can't fuck that one up. So I think is the plan. Now we get rid of the background and we save a few of these, and I want to look up just what the docs look like for example, Julia. So we're in Julia, we can see the Julia logo, which looks very nice. It has a little bit of gap. If we go to Oscar.jl, there's also a logo. So here we see the Oscar logo, followed by the Oscar.jl. I think we could essentially then get rid of the top part of this file format. So if we deleted it to like there, probably fine. But I'm gonna save it, I guess. So I'll just start saving some of these. So I'm gonna save this one as export. I was thinking an SVG. PNG is probably fine. So what is an SVG versus a PNG? I know that they both support transparency. SVGs are vector-based, meaning they're defined by mathematical equations, allowing them to scale infinitely without losing quality. PNGs are raster-based, meaning they are made up of pixels, and scaling them up can cause pixelation. SVGs are generally smaller in file size and better for logos. Okay. Can you convert? Okay, so SVG is an SVG is a vector image. Didn't know that. So let's do this. We'll save all these as PNGs. So PNG image. No border. Number line. Dark. Should have saved it as this first, actually. Then let's save also. Okay, so change the number line to this. And then say PNG. We're gonna do light here. And then, okay. And also now I want to open one of these just to see that it's stayed there. Okay. So close that one. Get rid of the number line. And we save as just no number line, dark. We save as light. Save as no border. add in elliptic curve. Yeah, add in the border. Take away the border. And I think that's it. Oh, I have a light elliptic curve and a dark elliptic curve. What did I just save shit as? Let's just close it. Close this too. Nope. Okay, these are all the possible logos that I think we made. And now we want to, so what we could do is we could do just like a shitty online SVG converter and convert all of these to an SVG. Apparently Adobe has some shit like this. Let's see what happens if we do one of them. Let's just try. Not sure if I understand. Okay, so here's supposedly a vectorized. Is this with transparency or no? This looks like shit. Delete that crap. Now I just saw something in my saved files, so I'm gonna go check. Something silly. Okay. This looks significantly better, but also not transparent anymore. So here's here's something. Let's go ahead and try to open that in Rita. Oh, it might actually be oh, it actually is. Actually, this is pretty nice, right? This isn't bad. All right, this might be where we do all of them. Okay, so so we're gonna do new folder, SVGs, and we'll just start downloading a bunch of stuff from the internet. So gotta I'm gonna do this over here though, just precautionarily. And this is gonna be Hecka logo elliptic arc. Put that there, and then we'll go slowly into the rest of them. Okay, so this is gonna take a little bit of time, just getting all of these set. So here's the next one. It doesn't look as smooth until I guess you zoom in on it. Kind of looks like there's some. Oh shit, it's a big fucking spider. Hold up. Okay. Zoom out. This looks fine to me. So we'll save this also. Then we'll just keep going. Okay, I'm showing you each one as it's converted from a PNG to an SVG. So here's next one, no border. And next one is I don't know, something else. That's not what I want. Okay, so now we have no border SVG. Border SVG. Light border, so dark overlay. And then what's next? Start going into the number lines. Okay, we got the light number line. We've got still a bajillion more of these to go. Here's the dark version. And that was the technically light theme. And now I think we've got more just for the number line without borders. Here's the number line light without borders. Last one, I guess, is the number line dark without borders. So here's the SVG. Move that over here. Name Hecka logo number line. No border. Number line. That one was the dark theme. Okay. Close out of that. Close out of this. Alrighty. So, a couple things that we need to do, but now it's kind of just adding these as assets into this file system. So, I think we put this in doc source. Then we just call it as an asset. But let's check that that's true by comparing with Oscar. So go to the GitHub tree, and that wasn't the right one. Going to docs, source, back. You want to go to make. I already know that they have an assets folder. So Yeah, I have no idea how Oscar does this, actually. So let's go to here and check if... Oh, there's just a logo and a logo dark. Okay. Well, it's a little bit problematic because of how many logos we just generated. If we have to change them to logo dark each time. So... So we need to put all the SVGs into a new directory. And then we need to rename all of the SVGs is what I just found out from what Gemini says. So we'll go to pictures, Heka, SVGs, and now we need to kind of I guess rename these. So we're gonna rename Heka Logo Dark and Heka Logo Light is just gonna be nothing. This should be Heka Logo Elliptic Dark. This should be Heka Logo Elliptic nothing. No border. Number line is going to be with like that. Rename this to get rid of this part. Rename this to get rid of this. Rename this to get rid of that. So we got no border, elliptic, no border, number line, dark, no border, number line, dark, no border, number line. I think that's good. Okay, now these all go into I don't want to just see if I can. I'm just gonna do this using the GUI because. So we're gonna copy and just go to here, 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 paste, and then rename to just assets. And then check that that's consistent with this. Okay, docs, build. We'll go down to make docs, and we're gonna add in just an assets into the format. So we've got format is documenter. What I want to do is kind of do this. try. Let's see. So we should see in source now assets, and we'll try. Okay. Let's just try Heka logo. SVG. And then how does it recognize okay, something's not clear to me, which is how something's not clear to me, which is how you specify, like, I mean, so we just saved an SVG. Why is it that Documenter takes an SVG and puts it in the top left-hand corner? That's not very clear to me. Like, what do we use for favicon? Error, huh? Unrecognized asset class unknown for this. Unrecognized asset class unknown. What is this error? So the error was a string. Error is because we entered an asset class which was string. I don't know how to fix that error. That's, I think, what I'm realizing. So we're also going to go to the documentation for Documenter and check out if there's something about assets just in here. We just logo. So here's a guide for adding a logo or icon. So you can easily add a logo or icon to your documentation, which will be automatically displayed in the navigation sidebar. During the build process, Documenter looks for suitable graphic images in source assets directory and automatically copies them to build assets. So we actually do need to separate out logo dark versus logo SVG. And I'm not sure if this actually this doesn't sit well with me. So let's try it anyways. See if, I don't know. See if I even believe what Gemini's spitting out. The thing that I am curious about is pages and sidebar. Adding a logo. We want to look up maybe make docs, find out what they actually take as arguments. Root, source, build, clean, doc tests, and others. The keywords that we're looking for are like formats, format. Format allows the output format to be specified. The default format is Documenter.html, which creates a set of HTML files, but Documenter also provides PDF. So here we've got edit link, repo link, assets can be used to include additional assets. See below for more information. Got footer, lang, warn, size threshold, experimental options. For the logo, Documenter checks the existence of assets logo dot all these in this order. First one it finds gets displayed at the top of the navigation bar. It will also check assets logo dark. Similarly for the preview. So we have to change explicitly. Okay. Gemini lied to me. So we can just delete some of this and see what it says. So it says for the logo, the Documenter checks for assets logo. I don't even think we need to specify this still, honestly. The asset file should be linked. The asset files that should be linked must be placed in assets under the source directories and must be on the top level. So over a compiled site, it also copies a set of default assets from asset HTML to the site's assets directory. Unless the user already had a file with the same name, in which case the user's file overrides the Documenter's file. This one I don't really get. These can be included in the generated pages by passing them as a list with the assets keyword. We can delete this. And we can just write it and then go to assets and we'll just rename some of these, right? So try this out. So now, now this function should work, and then we'll have an automatically generated asset logo. The only problem I see with this is that in order to get the logo, we have to rename. We have to rename everything. What could be bad here too is that things don't look as good as we think, and then we have to start cropping everything. Okay. Ooh, that looks really bad. Okay. Yeah, so this is exactly what I mean, I guess, when I say that we have to start cropping everything. That is small. Okay, we have to focus in on it then. Okay. All right. We can do that. So this one that looked bad was here, and I think the issue essentially is that it's not cropped to exactly the height that we need it or would want it to be. So if we went to Oscar, for example, and we see the tools icon here, seems like it's pretty on the nose. So let's try checking the documentation and seeing what the size is. It's in docs, and source, and assets. Yeah. Okay, so we should just try to get it pretty much as close as we can. What happens if we load up? Which of these do I actually think looks the best? It's not this one. I kind of like these two the most, I think. Or these two. But we're gonna have to do this for all of them. So let's try starting with maybe just the 2 that we're already trying to edit. So my God. The ones that we're already on are these 2. So we'll open this and set that. And then, yeah, we need to crop. Edit, undo. Okay, where is the resize canvas? So what would happen if I put like 100 here? Yeah. I want to see what's that about? Yeah. I want to see I guess we just have to trim. Convert image color, image background, trim to image size, trim to current layer, scale image to new size, offset image, resize canvas. Resize canvas seems like the most legitimate. The problem is that we don't. The problem is that we don't know how big this is. What this is gonna do. So, alternatively, what we could just do something like this. And this is in, the annoying thing though is like, right. Okay. Let's try it. Enter. Save as. I don't want to save it as a CREDA document. If I just save, what happens? It still has to save it as a CREDA document. Ugh. I don't like that because, I mean, right, so, all right, let's just look up how to crop an SVG. So apparently we can go to layer, export, and then save vector as layer group, like this. Logo.svg. And if I select all, and then open the dark logo, and if I paste something like this, so select, I want to keep it the same size, so I guess I could do something like that. So what am I gonna do here? So how am I going to get these to be the same size? Okay, so we can just try this 1671,993. So we are going to resize. So 1671 and 993. That doesn't look the same. So I think it's a little bit off. Okay. Okay, that's good. Enough for us. So this is going to be logo dark for the moment. And then we will do the same business. Going to go to pictures, Heka, SVGs. Is that where I saved it, or did I just save it to here? I guess I did save it here. Huh? No, that doesn't look right. Looks awful also. What the fuck happened? Okay, these are both bad. What is going on here? File, select filter layer, export layer. This is here. Now, if I open this, okay, there's like there's too much shit going on in this. Gonna minimize that. Just minimize that, and then let's save. I just don't understand at the moment why saving the layer obviously doesn't have anything to do with where it is positioned. Is what it seems like. And that makes no fucking sense to me at all. So how do we fix that? So the fix is to select the vector layer. Edit, image, trim to current layer. Okay, that's actually probably the best one so far. And then save it, layer, export layer as this. Save it. Okay. Do the same here. Yep. Now go to files and see what that looks like. Looks like shit. Still. I'm gonna undo all of this. I think. Same here. We're not gonna save. Here we're going to just, I liked what happened before, so we're gonna trim to current layer, and then we're gonna just try exporting. This one is the logo. Yep, we're gonna try to replace it. And now, does this fix it? So, it looks like there's some offset for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. And so, like, I do not understand that. Oh my god. Yeah, so why is that doing that? I see this. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so undo that. Convert shapes to vector selection. And then we're going to trim to current layer. Deselect. And finally try to export again. And this one is just the regular logo. And now if we try to look at that, it looks like fucking ass. Just make sure that it reloaded. What the fuck? Why is it still down there? Okay, so SVG, cropping SVG in Krita, exports off center. Okay, so apparently export advanced. Doesn't give us an option to do vector graphics though. So, vector, okay, export, vector layer, export. for SVG and Krita cropped. Tools, scripts, export layers. Crop to dimensions of image, huh? Adjust export layer contents, image extensions. That's definitely it. But then you have to get you get it as a PNG though. Look at just crop SVG and Krita. This one's kind of crazy because it's like, oh, it actually worked. It feels like we're just trying random crap until it ends up like I have no idea why that ended up working. So, you know. So the idea was to first trim to current layer, and then cut it, and then just paste it, and then export. This one was the dark. Yep. Okay. So we'll exit. Not going to change anything. And this was good for us. Thank you very much. We have way too many fucking browsers open right now. And a couple terminals. SVG images. Don't need that anymore. Oh wait, we do need that. Right? Because now what we're doing is we are going to let's just delete the assets in the docs. Just delete that whole thing. And now go to pictures, Heka SVGs. We'll just copy that and then paste it back in there, and then and rename. So assets. Okay. We're gonna make and see what happens. Okay, so it should look a little bit nicer now, just because what's gonna happen is the image will be generated and it should be cropped as closely as it can be to the image itself. That could be a downside, just because the text layer that says heka.jl below it could be too close to the actual image itself. And if that happens, we have to just go back and edit the original file to give it some spacing. Okay, what's it look like? So we have yeah, that looks pretty bad, doesn't it? I think the reason why I think it looks bad is because the outline is like too small. If you zoom in on it, it doesn't look nearly as bad. But if you zoom too far away, it doesn't look that good. We could get rid of this name potentially, right? So if we go to the Julia Ling documents, then Julia has gotten rid of the actual part that says Julia beneath it. And we could do the same for Heka. It doesn't need to say Heka computational number theory Heka. Let's try that and see what happens. So we need to go to Documenter and find out how to remove the... I wonder if Oscar has... I think Oscar... it still says oscar.jl down there. So we want to know... Maybe the thing here is just like the site title. So by name, huh? So for us, it might be in here, it might be in deploy. But make docs, the site name Heka. I guess we just have to we just have to hide this. So let's try it. I think we kind of need the site name though, honestly. Just because some people maybe don't load graphics into their computer. Also, how do we change from... Oh wow, you can change like crazy. So here's the light theme. Still looks bad. You can do cat pooch in dark. I did not know that. That was not anything different. Oh, that was latte. Frappa. Huh. Macchiato. Mocha. Attic. Okay. I'm gonna BRB, and then I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna try to change this. I don't like the outline, is what I'm realizing. But I'll be right back. Okay, I'm kind of scared now that the other files are not going to look good at all. So if we go to the SVGs, let's just browse through them really quick. So here's what they all look like, right? Like this one, how small is it gonna look? The numbering. Come on, there's too much shit here. So you can see the numbers to some extent. but not to a great extent. That's kind of, I think this is about the size, right? Comparatively. So these are maybe the options. So I'm gonna try editing those, and then I don't know what the solution is here other than like making the border even thicker, which I don't really think is like a desirable solution. I mean, if you zoom in enough, it looks fine, but if you zoom out too much, it looks like shit. So what's the threshold? For us, it's probably like there. If you're at like 200%, it looks fine. In which case, let's just try... Okay. Going back to Krita. And opening up, let's see, this, sure. Open, okay. We're going to go to one up and open up the number line light also. Ooh. I mean, that looks not bad, but I guess it's like 2x there, right? Maybe just the export is bad. So maybe the... No, the export looks fine, right? It's just not big enough. I'm just trying to like look at the relative size here. So the number line's gonna get even smaller, I assume. Let's try. So before I open anything else up, let's try going back in here, looking at the site name when it's not here, and building this. If there's no site name and it gets bigger, I'm kind of okay with deleting the site name. It's a little bit selfish, probably, but... Oh, God. A little bit of a mess today. Requires a site name. So we're going to check this, but apparently documenter.jl allows us to put in the format a sidebar site name hide function. So we look for sidebar site name. So you hide the site name that's usually displayed below the logo. This is useful if the logo already contains the name. So if we do sidebar site name equals false, I guess this is it. Now we make. Okay. Now we build. And what's it look like? Okay, full screen. Did that get bigger? Kinda don't think so. Yeah. Is that big? We could make the... Let's go to Oscar. Let's go to a couple that we know about. So we know that Oscar.jl has one. And theirs looks good. Ours is about the same size. They have a little bit better contrast though. What if we went to like Macchiato? Still looks pretty good, honestly. Okay, I think the benefit there is that they don't have the outline. They're doing a little bit more vector graphics-esque to things. And then the other one is maybe Julia. So if we go to Julia, just Julia Docs. That's the same size, yeah. So Julia is just spelt a lot larger. In which case, I think it kind of solidifies that we shouldn't do an outline. So let's try doing this. Okay, first, what we're going to do is save as. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the PNGs. So we'll open up this one. And also anything that's got no border. So no border number line. We'll open up no border number line dark. And no border elliptic curve. And so these are the options, I guess. Okay. So for each of these, we're going to have to go through and save as an SVG. Let's go to pictures, SVGs, and this time we'll make a new folder for logos. There's a bunch of extra crap saved in there right now, but anyways, so we're going to convert trim to current layer. Looks bad. That looks a lot better. Okay, and then X, paste, and see if we can export. Can't export as a vector. That's because of this or what? I wonder if you can convert PNG to a vector in Krita. Okay. We cannot, so we're gonna exit out all these. And we're gonna do this instead. We're gonna open, in the SVGs, we'll open this one, this one, this one, this one. That's it. Okay. And now we'll do the same thing, so just, what are we going to enter it as, though? Because we have to save it as a certain... So this one will be like blank logo, I guess. Plain logo. And then let's make sure that it actually... saved correctly. Okay, looks great. Close. Nope. Trim to current layer. Cut. Paste. Air export. And this one's going to be number line light, so logo. Last one. We're going to cut, paste, and export. Okay. So we are going to delete the entire just assets document. That was in the build. I didn't do anything in this. And then we're going to take from my homepage a bunch of logos. Copy that. Go to Heka. Doc source. And paste. And rename as assets. Okay. So to see what something will look like, we just have to change. So like this, for example, we can rename this to just logo.svg. And then if we build again, this time the logo will be displayed with no border, and we can see how that looks like compared to anything that we had before. So we'll do this a few times for each of these different ones, and then whichever one I think looks best, we'll leave at and upload them all, and that way there's an option, so we can take like a comparison and just there's multiple options to see which one we would want, I guess. I don't really care, honestly. They all look okay. Enough to me. I get that they're, yeah, it's not like perfect. It's not perfect. So far, it doesn't look perfect. Yeah. So what does it look like? That one doesn't look, this one doesn't look that bad, actually. I saw it. So that looks okay. This one might look the best, which is actually super fucking annoying. Just Heka computational number 3. That doesn't look bad. So what is Heka? Quick start guides, citing Heka, manual, tutorials, for developers, bibliography. I think this looks pretty good. Let's try. Okay, so let's try changing now. I mean, we could just change the build, right? It doesn't have to be. It's not very. I think this is actually not very complicated. LSCD docs. So we can just rename, for example, to, what was it before? Just plain logo.svg. And then we can rename these other ones, right? So like this just to logo dark SVG, and then also I wonder if that actually worked, because I mean, there's no guarantee that one was gonna. Oh, it kind of did actually. Although I think I switched them on accident. So like you can see Yeah, they must have been swapped because actually it's just using the light theme. So here's the one with the number line. It's not ideal, I would say. And it's not using the dark at all. That's probably because it was built with just one. So this is not bad. I don't mind that one so much. And the last one, so let's move this back to this. And change this to logo.svg. Then click it again. So this time, Ek is built with the elliptic curve logo, which I kind of agree doesn't look that good. I agree with myself that it doesn't look that good. The words Heka, computational number theory, it's just too small, I think, in this picture. I think if the entire image was a lot larger, so like if it could fill up just a bit more space in here, then it would be good. So my preference is either the plane or yeah, my preference is either the plane or so is there now, what's this look like? So this is what we would actually see, I think. So like that, which is not bad. It's just small, right? And it looks kind of stupid that like it's like, I mean, it's like elementary math, although, you know, it's supposed to be like the number line or whatever. I don't know. They all kind of suck. Is there a way to make this better? Maybe add in the site name. So, So here we are. Do I hate it? A little bit. Yeah, sorry about the white, blinding light. The question is, do I hate it? Is there too much here? Is the plane better? Would it look better even just to have Heka? Like, let's go to Oscar really quick. I almost feel like the reason why it looks so bad is because it's too narrow. Oscar's very wide. Heka's very thin in comparison. And in this case, it's because it's too tall. So I think computational number theory, it looks cool, but that means that the logo Heka is pretty small. This is why when we switch to the plain logo, it doesn't look as bad. If we just got rid of the computational number theory though, it made the whole thing a bit wider, maybe that would be better. So I'm about at my end for doing this. I think the annoying thing is that, like, okay, so let's open up, for example, if we open up just the original, let's go up and go into Heka logo no border. I think even if I do something like this, right? So I'm going to open this one. I'm going to get rid of let's try getting rid of just this. Click deselect and then move the rest up. I gotta imagine that that looks better. So we're gonna save it as trial. Make it okay. Go over here. Actually. Okay, so we're going to open this. We're going to select trim to current layer, cut, paste, and export. And this one's going to be just logo.svg for the moment. And then, what's the other browser? So, I gotta move it to this goddamn thing. Put it in here for the moment. So delete that. Delete that. Paste this, and then rename it to logo dark, which is the only thing that we're going to be looking at. And then let's just check the localhost. So here it looks a little bit better. Kind of looks silly though, seeing a number line right below the Heka. Yeah, I kind of hate it. Like, I get it because the number line's supposed to represent, I mean, there's just primes listed. The only thing that's listed is primes, so it makes sense, like, mathematically. But I kind of hate it because of the fact that it looks a little bit elementary. Like, if you deleted that, I mean, it looks like you're in grade school, right? Like, how often do you see a number line with the marks like this? Maybe the marks are just too big. I don't know if you could fix that, though. Maybe if you just did points. Maybe if you just did points with, like, colorful number, like, colorful dots. Maybe if you just did different colored dots. So what would we have? Heka, and then, like, different colored dots right there. What would that look like in my mind? I'm not against that one. But try that out. There's kind of a lot of just crap going on here, so sorry about that. What we're going to do is close this. I'm not going to save. Closing this too. And what I want to switch to instead is more of this. But I'm going to delete here. Oh, this is a SVG, huh? Okay, we're gonna open. No border, number line, light. Instead, we're gonna open no border, number line, dark. Nope, we're gonna open up no border. That wasn't the right one. Heka logo, no border. No border, number line, light. No border, number line, dark. This is it. Then delete this part. Also, we're going to delete this part, but not yet. So what I'm imagining is just a dot, really. So we're going to make this like an 80, and we're just going to click. So the idea is we're going to try to center as best as we can, and then just like click and see if we can make this work. So everyone knows that 2 is cyan, so let's just go to fuck, I just renamed black instead of choosing a different color. This kind of looks fucking stupid is what I'm thinking. First of all, let's move this up. And let's add in a layer that we can just make the same color as what Julia's dark background is, or what the Julia Doc's background is. So it is this color. Okay, and then okay, here's the thing. So we want like cyan, magenta, yellow as colors. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Undo that. Delete that. This doesn't matter. Okay, and then yellow for 3. And then red for 5. And we are going to do something like magenta for 7. And green. Hey. Okay, well, you want to come here and look at this? I'll show you a bunch of things. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing right now. Yeah, professional graphic designer now. Although they all fucking suck, which is pissing me off a little bit. Oh, I don't want to show you those ones. Damn, bro. Get home to drink. Okay. All right. I'm gonna... The number line logo. It does look pretty strongly like a Okay. I don't know how to remedy some of these problems. So I kind of agree with my partner that this looks too much like a construction site. I think that the outline ones look less so like a construction site. But having like a measuring tape definitely looks like construction. So something needs to change. And I don't know what it is so far. I mean, Oscar kind of looks like a construction site too, not gonna lie. But they say symbolic tools, so. So we are gonna have to think about some design here. Let's just try looking at other things at the moment. So we'll pick up just number theory, see if we can find anything that is moving. I think that's kind of stupid. Okay. Maybe it's just the color. So we'll open up trial and close trial, because that wasn't what I wanted. Or if we just do some outrageous color, like YouTube red. That's kind of fun. I don't know. I kind of like that. I'm not against that. So could we imagine it in the bar? Something like this. Let's see if we can find another color kind of similar. It's like hella bright, but that's not a terrible, it's not a bad thing, per se. Okay, I don't think this is very original, but you know, it's something different. I'm looking for something that has a pie script that looks okay, while also having the eye so it's slightly curled at the bottom. Instead of like a serifed eye, so something like this, but a little bit more mathy. So I've seen one so far, or like two. Okay, that's all of them. That means that the best ones were in the beginning. There was a Linux font that was okay looking. This pie looks great, but the eye doesn't. Could be that it's not just italicized, so. This pie looks good. This pie looks okay. The 2 in the eye, though. Fuck. This looks ridiculous. So we just do like something like that, like you can't really read it. Wrong fucking layer. Okay, we're gonna make this a little bit bigger. Not that big though. Let's go like this. Switch the sides. Okay, didn't help. Okay, the color's pissing me off now. Which I think makes sense. Because now it looks kind of like... It just looks too crazy. And the alternate font on this last E is kind of insane too. Kind of losing sight of what this should look like. That was a weird way to terminate a song. Too bad this looks fucking stupid. Oh, it's too bad. Because I'm about over it. Let's see what AI does. Fuck it. I liked some of these, but is this true? Gemini can't create SVG logos. Yeah, I think sometimes when it gets like, maybe just... Occasionally it just says I can't do something, but it's not true. This is crazy to me. This is the first thing that comes up. So, let's see. So this is what Gemini suggests. Computational number theory. This looks pretty cool, actually. Like... It's almost annoying, right? I mean... Ay, ay, ay. I don't think this would be actually a good... Julia SVG, but... Okay. The font kind of looks like a construction company. The outline makes it look less like a construction company. The number line makes it look extra like a construction company. The elliptic curve makes it look almost like a regular math logo. This is part of an issue. And I am starting to think something like I'm wasting my time. So maybe we Maybe we just get rid of that, get rid of that. We put, let's add a new layer. Put a 2 pi I. And then we make this like 45. And we just start going through till we see one that's reasonable. And then we just don't even think about it. That one looks reasonable. Okay, but all the colors should be like, it should be like black, sure. And then let's just make this a bit bigger. Which we could do just like this. And I kind of want to just call it like that. So here's the idea though. We're gonna make this like this and grow it by like 5. Edit, fill that shit in a new layer. It's like deselect. And erase this because I forgot to do that before. And that could be a dark theme. Yeah, it still looks pretty bad, but I don't know if I care anymore, so save. Doesn't look good. It looks bad, actually. This looks like Ted. Oh, God. This is bad. All right, I think I'm gonna stop just because I don't like this anymore. And then, this is bad. Okay. I'm just gonna close that, and I'm gonna end it. I'm losing it right now with trying to do this. All right. I will see you later. Thanks for joining.